So today we're speaking with Ty Crowder from Total Finishing, which is going to be exhibiting at the FABTECH show in Atlanta, Georgia, November 8th through the 10th. Ty, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Tim.
Yes. So you all have really three separate entities that serve the finishing and coating industry. Can you give us a little background about what each of those are so our audience that may not know can kind of understand exactly what you all do for them?
Yeah. So we have three distinct business segments. You can see on the picture behind me, I'll talk about each one. Total Finishing Systems is sort of like a typical systems house where we actually build and fabricate finishing equipment. So 3 to 6 stage washers, process ovens, conveyor systems, things that you would see in like a typical powder coating operation or finishing system. So we actually build and install those from a fabrication ground up standpoint. Then in the middle there, Total Finishing Solutions is the original company that I started. And it's essentially somewhat like a typical equipment distributor. So that's going to be, spray booths, batch ovens. We have 2 lines of robotics. We're an ABB and Lesta robotics distributor. So we do a lot of automation. We have our own line of flatline finishing systems out of Italy that's called VD Finishing Solutions. So they make roll coaters, vacuum coaters, flatline reciprocators, UV systems, stacker ovens, all of that. And then the last segment there is Total Finishing Supplies, and that's essentially our online store where you can click and buy any kind of consumables. So pumps, guns, hoses, filters, tips, rebuild kits, anything you kind of consume as a finisher in your shop. So
Yeah. That kind of covers everything that anybody would need with that. Let's talk real quick about the FABTECH show. It's going to be in Atlanta. People that come by your booth, I guess they'll be able to see some photos, and you have a lot of images and videos on your website, and kind of talk to you about, building to scale for what they need and all the different things that you could offer them. Really, a complete solution or just parts of that, correct?
Correct. I have a little saying. I say we have everything from a pressure pot to a robot. So no matter what size you are, we can scale to fit your needs.
But like I said, they're coming to your booth. They're going to be able to see a lot of those kind of the items that they have, and I'm sure you've got some examples of installations that you all have made and things such as that.
Yep, we have 3 TV screens in our booth that'll be rolling through, each division's specialties and past installations and examples. In the booth, we're going to have a lot of interactive displays and equipment. We're going to actually have an infrared curing booth where we'll apply coating to a customer giveaway. It's a coaster, and we actually fully cure the coating in front of you in 4 minutes, and then you have a giveaway to take home and use. So that one's pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Liquid side. And then we've got an ABB robot in our booth that, if all goes to plan, will be spraying powder on a chain-on-edge system that's going to be provided by Carlisle. So we'll have MS powder and some infrared curing there, and so we'll have liquid and powder, both hands-on type exhibits in the booth.
Right. Okay, great. Hey, yeah, I know that you represent a lot of the distributor program you have. You represent a lot of the top manufacturers of equipment, right? You have a lot of those. I guess, when you look at that, I guess anybody who comes and talks to you all is that you can really kind of fit the right piece of equipment for them, correct?
Correct. It's not flavor of the month. Here's what this manufacturer is pushing, so we're going to push it on you. It's what do you as a manufacturer need, what's going to fit you best. Each piece is significantly designed for a certain application. It might be you have a concern of you want easy controls so that you don't have to teach a lot of turnover maybe that you have. Or another one, you might need a lot more robust type of equipment because you have things prone to breaking. So there's a lot of things you have to listen and take into account and build a system for the customer custom.
Right. One thing I saw on your website is you actually go out of your way, make sure that you're showing the return on investment for the people that are considering buying a new system or parts. So that's very crucial because a lot of people know what is the total cost of ownership, and they look at those numbers. But also, I think what you showed them is where they are going to generate immense amounts of savings with some newer equipment and new procedures.
Right. our entire staff is trained on how to sell on ROI-based selling. So we have all kinds of spreadsheets and calculators and tools that we can provide you, the customer, add these things together, and here's how fast this is going to pay for itself. There's no hard selling. It's here's the math. This makes sense. Make a decision for your company, and let's move together as partners.
Right. Yeah. Because some people will look at this as, sort of an investment type thing, but really is in a bigger picture, it's really making their systems, their operations more efficient and actually looking for ways to save them money. Right. I mean, a lot of places are pretty inefficient with the systems that they have in place, which have probably been there for decades. They've always done it that way. Right. And they've sort of have just never evolved into looking at some of the newer equipment that gets, throughput increases, efficiencies increase, and really doing a better coding job, I'm assuming.
Absolutely. I'll tell you a little sidebar. Last year, we made a change on every single business card for our sales reps. They no longer say sales reps as title. It says change agent. The reason I think that's appropriate is in the finishing shop, adding change to it is sort of every manufacturer or owner's worst nightmare. So kind of what I see our role is to help anyone who's implementing change to implement it properly and correctly and guide them through that process. So our guys are actually now titled change agent. I think
that's pretty good. And again, I mean, you all can do things to scale, right? Small operations, medium, and also the biggest ones, like you said, that need robotics or, a big customization thing. So you should be, like I said, be able to work with anyone that comes to you with a problem that they may have.
Yep. We do work with one-man cabinet shops that maybe just need a gravity cup gun or a pressure pot. And we're currently right now building an $8 million powder coat system for 2-foot-long trailers. So with 180-foot-long ovens and washers. So we can really do any scale of project that you need.
Right. Great. And like I said, even though the show is going to be in November, people can go to your website. You guys have great videos there that really show, you don't tell, you show what these pieces of equipment do. You go to Total Finishing Systems, Total Finishing Solutions, and then Total Finishing Supplies. And like I said, I think that's what a lot of applicators like is they've kind of got somebody that they can work with. And like you said, they can either get one piece of the equipment, they get the whole system, but also the parts and supplies that they need are easily getting it. And they're probably talking to some of the same people that helped them put the system in, which is great. Not having to run all around and find different things.
And we're also facing each business segment back at each other. I'll give you an example. And when you show some films, you'll see this. On all of the installations that we do as a system, we're QR coding all of the parts. So you'll see we have a sign that says, name of the color that's in this pump. And there's a little QR code next to it. The operator can literally take his phone, snap that, and it directs him back to the supplies website for that pump. And there's a video of training. There's every manual parts breakdown, and then there's a hyperlink to every single spare part. So we're really trying to make it closed loop experience for our customers and take advantage of, hey, we have this one website that sells parts. Why don't we redirect it when we put in a system so that everything talks to each other?
Right.
So that's a cool idea.
And fast, too. If they're on the shop floor, they can quickly scan that QR code and do it right from their phone if they need something very quickly and get it that way. That's a smart idea, working smarter. And, but
we actually started something else this year on the same thing. We had a customer who had a brand new spray booth, and the back side of it was kind of exposed in the middle of the shop. And he goes, there's a big wide open area there. Why don't you do something creative with it? So I did. I made him a 4x8 sheet that has QR codes for every single consumable product that he uses in his shop.
Wow.
And it's been phenomenally successful. So we were able to capture all of the consumable sales just from using some unused real estate on the backside of a booth.
Right. Helps you, but also helps them. They have to go searching for things. And that's the biggest thing when you've got time. You don't want somebody to have to walk off the line and go do some things and search and look with that. So that's great. And again, people can go to your websites. I'll put them on the screen there for them. But anyway, thanks for talking with us, Ty. And we'll see you at the FABTECH show, November 8th through the 10th in Atlanta. Thanks for joining us.
You got it. Thanks, Tim.